Hey folks, good evening. Sorry, a little bit of technical difficulties here. Let's see. All right, folks, good evening. How is everybody? Using a new software. Chat should be live. Gonna type something here and just double check. All right, everything looks like it's going good. Oh boy, it's the Spanish invasion again. Here comes the damn Inquisition. And yes, that was a pretty badass end of tour thing that your crew over there gave you. So as we wind in, I want to throw out a couple of shout outs to some people. First thing is I want to thank the Independent Funeral Directors of Florida. They were kind enough to give me a day pass to visit their annual conference yesterday in Palm Coast, Florida. They had a very busy, and I mean a very busy, expo going on. Had some time to meet with the folks from Federated Insurance, gave a nice little mini seminar. They do this really cool thing at the Independent Funeral Directors of Florida where between their major presentations, they allocate time for their vendors to go in and do like a little quick 15-minute presentation so that they run over to the table, talk about what they do, go back to their table, and then all the vendors get a shot at it. So it was a pretty cool little thing to participate in that. They also had a really popular LGBTQIA+, so I'll just say alternative lifestyle mixer last night, the first one they've ever had at their convention. It was very well attended. It was a great way to start off Pride Month. And I don't want to mess up this award. I want to throw a major shout out here. Let's see. I think I have to go on Facebook to grab it. So let's go on Facebook and grab it because I think that's where I saw it. There it is. All right. So just noticed the chat disappeared. There it is. I want to throw out to Professor Howard Beckham of Florida State College at Jacksonville. He was awarded the Independent Funeral Directors of Florida Langford Award. So Howard has been active in that organization as far back as I can remember. I mean, we're talking in like a couple of decades at least. And this is basically the highest award that you can possibly get from the Independent Funeral Directors of Florida for your service to the organization. And Howard has been very active in things like their legislative committees, various committees over the years. He's just been a powerhouse in the IFDF. So he was awarded basically a Lifetime Achievement Award. And really proud to know the guy, really proud to have worked with him. At Florida State College at Jacksonville, teaching some classes for him now and then. And sorry I missed you yesterday. He apparently attended Wednesday, but then he had to get back to class. I had to teach all day Wednesday, and then I got up there on Thursday, and then I drove back because I had all sorts of crap to do here. So really cool for him, really happy for him, really proud of him, really happy to call him my friend and my peer. So shout outs to all involved. So a couple of new things that popped up here on the channel. You may have noticed. One, not wearing that big massive headset. So get some in-ear monitors going on with that stupid thing. New microphone, got that going on. And I'm also using a new piece of software. So it's a little bit of a different setup than I'm used to in YouTube. Here we go. Dropping some things here. Does it tell me who's... No, it doesn't. It doesn't tell me how many people are observing, whatever. So, unfortunately, unlike the YouTube channel, it doesn't tell me how many people are there or what you're doing or stuff like that. So I am reliant completely on what happens in chat. So feel free to drop something in chat if you have questions. Feel free to do that. We have other cool little tips and tricks that we can do with this new broadcasting software. So, for instance, if you have a question about something, it is very easy for me to do something like Let's see. Yep, that's the one I'm looking for. Boom. I can go to a screen share. So going forward, if you have questions, if you have something you want to pull up, you want to look at, you want to comment on, you can literally just kind of like dump it to me, and it is now very easy for me to transition back and forth to these different type of scenes that I've set up. So I put a little bit of effort into this since last we spoke. And I do have a lot of peers who are right now. I want to throw out some more shout outs, actually. Right now, professor at Cypress College, our past president of the American Board of Funeral Service Education, Jolena Grande, is with a bunch of subject matter experts and professors in Washington State for our Hilgenfeld curriculum workshop, where the subject matter experts are working on several of the American Board of Funeral Service Education curriculum outlines that will be edited, and then those edits will be pushed forward to the membership at large, all the accredited institutions, for approval next year at our annual conference. So certainly we thank her for what she's doing out there and the dedication of all the people who have who volunteered for that. Off the top of my head, I know that Professor Dan Shea of Cape Cod Community College is out there, Matt Buell of Arkansas State University at Mountain Home. I want to say Dr. Jasek Ennis of Jefferson State. So I can't remember all the people that were assigned on that, but there's a lot of ABFSE people out there that I know that are they're enjoying Washington State right now, which is probably considerably cooler than Florida is, since Florida is basically a swamp that's been put into a one pot. This week in other news, folks, wish luck to all of the individuals who are finishing up their studies at Pierce Mortuary Colleges. I believe they're going into their end of quarter session. So students will be going into their boot camp and capstone projects and then graduating. Summer semester has started officially for many of the schools, so all you students who are now first jumping in to the mortuary science bandwagon over the summer, have fun with that. You get to experience what a shortened semester is like, and it really kind of stinks, man. Like, I hated taking summer courses. Yeah, the other viewer that was probably present was probably me, because I wanted to make sure things were streaming, so I had it up on my phone so I could actually see things were going on. But this is a really busy time. I'm going to be surprised if anyone, like anyone at all, is able to attend or whatever. I heard some rumbling and some rumors that the folks over at the, what do you call it, the curriculum workshop might dial in from Washington, but, you know, they're probably just wrapping up their stuff 4 o'clock. So if they go on to like 5 or 6, it is what it is. Actually, I want to see if the YouTube analytics still work if I dive in there just to see what's going on. Let's see. Yep, that's that. Let's go to the studio. Actually, I better not, because I'm probably going to break something. I'm probably going to bork it. I will tell you, it is nice, though, on YouTube, because at least it tells you how many people are actually there looking at something. I'm not used to having, like, nothing here. Oh, it's nice to know that no matter where you go on Earth, you're basically cursed with folding laundry. I did laundry like 2 days ago. So I'll probably have to do laundry again like Sunday. All sorts of fun there. What else we got up here? No, let's not do that. Control stats. Okay. I wonder if I kill studio mode, what it does. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. What is this? Oh, that's way back when. Who cares? Trying to get your life together? Yeah. Good luck with that. If you ever figure it out, feel free to go ahead and like tag me in the post. You can show me what site you used. Have I tried Twitch? There are so many different platforms. Like, it's ridiculous. So yesterday, when I was like bumbling about the independent funeral director of Florida, bumped into some people who are very active in the death positive movement. Got to meet, oh my God, I can't believe I'm forgetting Kimberly's last name right now. I think it's Kimberly Griffith. She's from Australia. And we were talking a little bit about that. And people don't realize doing this sort of stuff like I'm doing here, it's ridiculous, man. It literally is like a side job. And if you're going to dedicate yourself to it, you have to dedicate yourself to it and just basically do nothing but that. And she says, "Oh, you have an Instagram?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I can't tell you that I even remember what the handle is or whatever." And it turned out she actually, I think, had added me already. And I haven't logged into Instagram maybe once in the last 8 to 10 months. I mean, it's something stupid. And I was surprised. I had like 132 followers and a bunch of other stuff. I'm like, oh, well, damn. So I will probably be adding more social media accounts to this. I went through and I did a bunch of like wiring rerouting in here to clean up all the wiring behind the scenes. But I am going to also have an email dedicated for people for topics that they might want me to bring up on live streams or stuff like that. Because I think I saw an email pop into one of my LinkedIn accounts or Indeed accounts or something like that. So I'm gonna add something like that. There are several platforms out there that allow you to stream concurrently to the different platforms. So like stream to Twitch, stream to YouTube, etc. I'm not opposed to doing that. I'm not opposed to doing that. The problem is all those things have a monetary cost associated with them. So the mic costs like $300. The boom arm costs like another 60 or 70. There's a mixing board over there that right now is a $300 paperweight because I've got to figure out how to run some of the sound and I just haven't had the time to do it and I'm missing a bunch of the wires. I mean, this stuff adds up. And most of those platforms are charging you a flat rate of like $20 or $30 a month. And yeah, they simplify things, give you some amazing tools and crap. But again, I'm a full-time educator. I don't have a lot of time and nor a lot of money to be doing all of these monthly subscriptions. I mean, it is ridiculous how these subscriptions start adding up. The next thing you know, you're basically paying a car payment every month so you can stream. Yeah, I'm not big on Instagram. I've got an Instagram account. It's Mortifin, just like most of my stuff has in the tag. I've got a Snapchat. I think I use that for like 2 people. For whatever reason, they send me a snap. I mean, I've had the damn thing for probably as long as it's existed, and I forgot I had it, and then someone added me and sent me a snap, and I'm like, what the hell is this? So it's just me not deleting it, I suppose. It's the most polite way of saying why I have it. I don't imagine I'm going to be advertising on Snapchat because I don't want people to be like requesting pictures of my feet or something. So I'll probably do the Instagram thing to do the Instagram thing. But my natural distaste and hate for social media, certainly I have a bias, and it's just one of those things. I do not think the way that people that utilize these things to their full potential think about these sort of things. When my food comes in, my immediate response is to actually eat it. It is not to take a picture of it and post it up for the world to see. If you want to see what pepperoni pizza looks like, go look at someone else's damn page. Speaking of which, I did tell students at the places I'm teaching over the summer, hey, if you got questions, feel free to drop them in. I can drop them in on the live stream. And I can certainly do that. So let's pop open the email, see if anyone sent me anything, because I have not checked today. I checked my email, but I didn't really go through and... What the hell is this crap? Oh my god, how many security authorizations do I have to give in a day? I wonder if it's getting borked because I got my live stream going. It's probably got... Yeah, it's probably borked because of the live stream. Sucks to be you. Not seeing anything there. Yeah, I'm already enrolled, so I don't have to care. Cool. All right, not seeing nothing. That's a good thing. This might be an early live stream. You like to share photos of your coffee? Have you seen the photos of the it's gone kind of viral. It's popped up like 5 times on my Facebook of the coffee cup that looks like whatchamacallit? It looks like the zombie from The Grudge or whatever it is. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, now that I'm looking for it, I'm never going to find the damn thing. Because, of course, that's the way it is. Ah, you know what? Ozzy, I think, posted it on Facebook. I can probably find it there. There's my boy. Hey, I'm not dropping frames. That's pretty good, man. The internet is being kind to me today. Okay, maybe it wasn't Ozzy. Up there it is. Yep, found it. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, some of these people that do this coffee artwork are pretty damn talented. So, let's drop that right there. Let's do the old boom, boom, boom. Here's the share screen. Like, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's really, really, really cool for them doing that. Well, I guess it's, yeah, a little bit inside the cup, a little bit outside of the cup, a little bit of everywhere. Yeah, right? I'll tell you what, man. Like, if someone did that and I got charged like $12 for, you know, a 50-cent cup of coffee, but they did that to it, I'd probably pay the $12 and be happy. Like, I can't even complain. I can't even complain. We actually have a special guest star who's going to pop in here at some point tonight. I invited my coworker to come over for the live stream, our funeral service administrator in Miami. And she's going to pop in at some point. Hopefully before I end the live stream. Let's see. I wish there was a way I could I could double dip with doing this, where I could answer like the muddiest points from some of my classes for the benefit of the live stream for everyone, just to get like that information. But then I still have to record the information for the class anyways. It's kind of like, oh my god, I don't want to talk about it twice. Ugh. Let's see. Let's see. Why is this being lame? There we go. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way that I'm going to be able to talk about this stuff without disclosing stuff that I should not. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to dig into that. I really don't think I'm going to dig into that. Finally hit the wall. Caffeine levels depleted. I have not had caffeine. Lord. Yeah, I've not had caffeine in probably close to over a year now. Over a year now. I give up all caffeine. Unless it's been like hidden in a soft drink and I don't know about it, and I don't usually drink soft drinks like Coke and stuff like that, so is what it is. Oh, I suppose there is a way for me. I wonder if I go into the studio if I can get analytics while I'm streaming. Find out here in a second. How am I not in jail? Easy. I just gave it up. It was just like soft drinks. In whatchamacallit, in 2000 and probably like 5, maybe 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. I gave up soda. I gave up soda for Lent, and I can't tell you I ever went back to drinking sodas after that. Like, just once it was out of my system, it was out of my system. And then when I gave up coffee, that's it. That was it. That was like the only source of caffeine that I got. So when I gave that up, that's that. And now I take steps to make sure I don't have like any caffeine into my diet, because I really just don't need my I don't need my blood pressure going up and crap like that. So I'm just like, all right. Because when Doc says, "Oh, do you drink any? How much coffee do you drink?" and I'm like, none. Used to drink it by the gallon, but now it's none. Zero caffeine, zero carbonated sugary beverages. I had a ginger ale yesterday. I was running late to get up to the conference, and I stopped off at a Burger King. Man, I never eat at Burger Kings. And it was just simply, Burger King is the closest thing as I am leaving to get on the turnpike, which is literally 2 minutes from my house. Burger King is the closest restaurant there is, period. So I just ran through their drive-thru, got a Whopper, ginger ale, fries, and 3.5-hour road trip coming right up. So I just wanted to get it done, get it gone. But I remember drinking that Navy coffee. Like, I got hooked on the Navy coffee back in high school because I was in Naval JRTC. So they'd keep the big white can in naval science, and as soon as the chief got in the morning, first thing he'd do was start brewing pots of that stuff. He called it Navy Special Fuel Oils, what he called it. He wasn't wrong. That stuff was freaking deadly. Let's see. looks like the co-worker's here, and that's why the bird's losing its mind. They start cutting back the caffeine in the Navy coffee. That's upsetting. I guess that's the modern Navy. This is one thing I don't like about this new setup. Like, if I navigate away, if I go over here and I look at, like, a website or something, the chat goes away. I do not like that. It looks like I can't stuff this anywhere either. I wonder if I put it right here. Oh, that's crap. Yeah, I gotta leave it out. You know, just a waste of time. I think I'm just gonna... see who's made the headlines. Because I don't know of anything major going down with testing or anything else at this point. Like, the summer's like the dead zone. We got someone else in here just popped in. Let me try to put the dang chat where I can read it. What do we got? Here we go. See if I... You're on the road. Man, I'm getting old. I can't read. August Bliss. I'm like, the hell? Student from FSCJ. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully that... Heather. I think your first name was Heather, right? If I recall. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I can't remember. Yeah, Katrine's one of my students from the Dallas Institute of Funeral Service. She's a person stationed overseas. So, tap out, Squid. Fair winds, follow and see. You know the deal. Hope to see you when you get back stateside. We'll get you all caffeine deprived, take you to Disney. You can pick a fight with your favorite Disney character. I'll give you $100 if it's Elsa, and you get into a fight with Elsa. Oh man, ground pounding. Or you gotta let it go, man. Gotta let it go. Probably get a good 30 or 40 seconds before Disney security and Orange County sheriffs will be all over you. It's nice to see I didn't traumatize people too horribly with that law class. That's probably the last time I'm teaching that class. That was probably my last semester teaching at Florida State College. Come for Anna? Yeah, there you go. What is in the news today? Let's start with a fun one. Let's start with the conservatives. See if they've reported anything happening with criminal bribery accusation about president. Oh my God! You can tell it's an election year. DeSantis got heckled. Boo-hoo. You're in politics. Get used to it. Dude, Biden's having a bad day. My God, he tripped on the stage handing out diplomas, and now he hit his head getting out of Marine One. Dude, it's like he's making life easy for people to slam him online. Ah, Lord Almighty. What do we got? As always, folks, you got any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm just going to dig through some headlines, see if we see anything that's worth talking about, especially funeral service-wise. Really wish I had more time to go to conventions. Okay, Fox News has nothing. What a surprise. Let's go to CNN. Let's see what made the news there. Something about snap provisions. Nothing about the president hurting himself. That's a surprise. Well, not true. Let me see if there's actually anything in the non-pictures. Maybe hidden towards the bottom of the page where no one reads. Oh, Brad Pitt says in legal filing that Angelina Jolie vindictively sold winery. Must suck when your ex dumps your winery out from under you. Wish I had a couple $1 billion to know what that feels like. Looks like funeral director staying out of the news. Ooh, Tom Hanks was at Harvard's commencement. Gave the commencement speech. Man, I wonder how much those schools pay for stuff like that. Because you know that ain't cheap. You know that ain't free. They're not showing up just to show up. They're showing up because someone's giving them a check. I wonder how much they pay for something like that. I attended the commencement of Fordham University quite some time ago, and whoever their commencement speaker was supposed to be bailed for whatever reasons, and they ended up getting Alex Trebek, I think it was. And he gave quite a nice little commencement speech. Like, it was pretty cool. It was nothing phenomenal, but you don't often think of, like, Pat Sajak or Alex Trebek or something going and doing a commencement speech. But he did it. At least I think it was Alex Trebek. Yeah, this is probably going to end up being an early night if there's no questions popping out there. I've actually thought about, I was talking about this to, I think, one of my classes last week in Miami. I was thinking about adding some sort of, like, video game component to this. I don't know if I'm going to do that with this live stream, if I'll do something different. Where it's not about, like, Q&A and industry. It's just about people getting together, having fun, goofing off, stuff like that. Because, you know, nothing ever goes toxic when you're streaming video games ever. That's just not a thing. Oh boy, that's one of the reasons why I don't want to do it. Because I just know how people are when they get into their competitive modes in video games. It's just like, nope, nope. It takes a lot to get me started, man. But once you go ahead and you hit my big red button when I'm playing online on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, it's like, All right. You finally upset me. Here it comes. You're going to get all 4 decades of fun, love, and wonder hitting you in the face the entire time. I'm just going to talk smack the entire time. Then your mommy's going to have me banned. What's going on down there? Here we go. Who cares about that? Wonder if... Let's see. Huffington Post, what do you got on your headlines today, kids? Bible banned from Utah school district? Well, not like the Bible isn't a book without drama following it. Convinced a school district that some Bible verses were too vulgar or violent for kids. Okay. Not what I expected, but okay. Okay. That's a real slippery slope, man. That's a real slippery slope. Because if the Bible is too violent or too vulgar, I can just imagine some contemporary novels that that are likely also going to get banned. I just, man, I do not understand. Like, that's just not my thing. Like, where do you draw the line on stuff like that? At what point do you say, you know, let's just take away all the books? Like, let's just go eat grass and hit each other with sticks. If I ever cared about getting a PhD, I wonder just what type of numbers I would see if I went to just major news promoters, so Huffington Post, MSNBC, CNN, etc. And every day I looked at their headlines maybe 2 or 3 times a day and tried to rate them as like positive and uplifting, no outrage, or depressing and annoying, and just see exactly what type of stuff that everything publishes and like who's the most guilty of all of them. So I'm looking at some of these things and it's just like, what's up, man? You just want to piss people off. Oh, co-workers here. This is gonna be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, the funeral service administrator at Miami-Dade College has decided to grace us with her presence. Us lowly peasants can now stand in awe of a professional, a true professional.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Is it pretty much hiding behind you?
Yeah, I mean, you can, or you can scooch over there or wherever you want, because it's not like I have lots and lots of space. It's not like anyone's basically here. I'm just basically wasting time for an hour. If I don't get any questions, I'm just going to dive at like 8 o'clock.
Who's in there with you?
So what?
Who's in there with you?
Katrine from Spain was here.
Uh-huh.
Heather from Florida State College, who's in my law class last semester, she was here. I don't know if she still is or isn't, but she's driving, and don't drive and text, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's someone else who wasn't talking or doing anything because YouTube said I had 3 people. And I was in there briefly on my phone to make sure that all this newfangled crap I'm using was actually working.
Hannah came by the office to tell you hi.
Who did?
Hannah.
Hannah Weiss or Hannah...
The other Hannah.
Other Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be an early. This is gonna be an early night. Because usually we have like 12 or 13 people. Howard Beckham said he was gonna dive in if he had time, but I'm sure he's tired because I think he had a lab date today or something.
Dogs are fed, medicated, walked.
Well, they appreciate that.
Sure they do. He almost took my fingers.
That's what he does. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that maybe some of the people in Washington, but like at this point, yeah, they're still no, they're probably still at the curriculum workshop. That's like a 9 to 5 thing. Like they're there a while. They the people that go to that workshop work hard. And the other thing is, most of the people who would attend my live stream are probably at the workshop. I love it. So you know what? I don't even think I'm gonna last till 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just bail on this.
Teaching RA today.
So what?
I was working with some students on RA today.
How was that?
Fun. Building faces.
They building anyone cool?
Not yet. I mean, they're building friends, so that was cool. The difference between watching a video and actually doing it with their hands is very evident. Like, why is watching the video so hard, and then when I teach them how to do it with their actual hands and using the wax, it seems so easy. Like, because sometimes the brain doesn't correlate how easy something is until you actually do it versus watching a video.
All right, let's see what's up in the world today.
Stupid laws, stupid people. A lot of
Here we go. We got some winners here. 5 arrested, 2 injured in 30-person fight during Okay, we got a winner. This is called. Make sure you look up the right. Use the right keywords when you want to find drama. So let's go ahead and find some drama here. Let's get this on the screen share. Boink. Drag this down here. And what do we got? So we got 2 people injured. Police officer was injured in the process, because that never happens either, right? 5 people are in jail after an alleged fight during a Green Bay funeral service. Wow. Report of a disturbance. I love it. God, can you imagine if someone like, we're having a domestic at a funeral home? You just have to stop and thinking. So the popo shows up. 30 people are fighting. This is a good time. This is like Black Friday. Everyone wants that one TV. 2 people, including police officers, sustained non-life-threatening injuries. However, the department also to de-escalate the situation. Well, that's good. Witnesses say the fight began when a visitor was asked to leave an in-progress service for allegedly causing a disruption. Misbehave, play stupid games, get thrown out. That's the way the game is played. So, once again, folks, we can actually use this as a teachable moment. This is actually something that's discussed in funeral law. We talk about what are the best practices when you are dealing with situations like this. And there are several textbooks on the market now that teach funeral law. There's 2 books by Larry Cleveland. There's one now by, I think it's Thomas Dietz, and then there's the old faithful, the mortuary law by Steve and Gilligan. And I'm just going to use basically Father Time's book, which is the one by Gilligan. And they say, you should get security or consider off-duty law enforcement. And I always tell folks in my law classes, and I will die on the hill, don't waste your time with security. Bring in off-duty certified law enforcement. So in this case, it's probably pretty strong that they didn't have an idea this was going to happen. Okay, this doesn't look like something that just from the outset something bad was going to happen. And those of us who work in the industry know that some people show up drunk, some people show up stoned. You don't know what you're going to get into until the day of. So if you could have anticipated something like this, then it makes perfect sense that you would probably want to get a couple people with badges standing around there just to de-escalate before it ever escalates. So in a situation like that, it's worth every penny. Like, legitimately, it's just worth every penny. What else we got? Baby found dead in KC Woods. Say, what? What are we looking at here? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna pay for your paper. Sorry, kids. Found a key Mother's Day weekend. Well, that's unfortunate.
What happened?
What do we got? Marty Lammers' youngest daughter felt sick when she learned the police had found a decomposing baby in the Kansas City woods on Mother's Day weekend. The week prior, Lammers' family was told that the 6-month-old Kalia Bridgewater had died in her sleep, but his oldest daughter, Kalia's mother, didn't answer any questions he had about the funeral arrangements or other matters. Lammers' ex-wife and daughter reached out to the TIPS hotline with information that Kalia may have been the dead infant police found in a 19-acre vacant lot. Other than a few text messages, Lammers hasn't communicated much with his oldest daughter since the news broke. What he has heard, either from her or other loved ones, doesn't add up. After police found the body, the daughter said she needed to pick up the ashes and death certificate. According to court documents, the mother told one witness she found the baby blue in the face and called police and emergency services. This is probably going to get messy. No reports to mix of a 6-month-old dying in the metro area. That's probably not good. That's probably not good. Well, the case remains under investigation. Police said they can't release other details around the circumstances. Yeah, that's probably not good. That's someone's going to go to prison over this. Someone's definitely going to go to prison. And the rest is just, yeah. So look how much text is in this article. Look how many pictures they're putting in this article. I mean, literally it doesn't stop. And right now we know nothing about it except for the fact that this could be some breaking news. This is going to sell some information. Like, it sells ads. Talk with them. Yeah, this would be something we look at probably after the fact, when we actually have, like, information from the investigation as to what happened. Oh my God! It's another winner. Look at, oh, dude, this is a gold mine. I gotta remember to start doing this during the live streams going forward. Is just pull up, like, local newspapers. Woman says homeowners association towed late husband's cars as she planned funeral. Oh boy. South Florida, hashtag Florida man. Yes. South Florida woman is accusing her homeowners association of towing away. You'll never guess where this is. Plantation, Florida.
Great.
Folks, this is literally down the street for me. A South Florida was accusing her homeowners association of towing away her late husband's cars while she dealt with his sudden death and planned his funeral. Husband died suddenly of a heart attack. I was planning a funeral, planning a viewing, getting my sister-in-law here from Jamaica. This lives out of South Florida. Couple, okay. Plantation Racket Club on Broward Boulevard for 20 years. What the heck is that? There's a racket club down there? Plantation. Racket. There we go. 100501. How have I never noticed this place? Let's see.
It's not something we look at. Something we drive right past.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I never... Okay, yeah. Oh, you know what? This is right down the street from where I get the doggy dentist. Where I take bite size. Okay. So it's a condo. Okay. Richard's 2 black Dodge Chargers were towed by his HOA. They're at All County Towing, and that were accruing hundreds of dollars in fees that raised it. Yeah, that's what happens. Authorized tow. County said, how can you do after everything's done for you? Hung up the phone. The HOA president says cars cannot be parked in the same guest spot for over a month. The claim is that Richards were. Okay. So I'm certain that they have some sort of evidence to back up the fact that it's been there for the amount of time it has, because it would be really embarrassing. She says, I just think it is. Koosley and other residents agree there is selective enforcement. Yeah, HOAs can really suck. All right. Other residents agree there is selective enforcement. A Honda Prelude in a guest spot has expired tags and cobwebs. So are we playing the game that we tow? We only tow the ones that we know people might have money to actually pay the fines. No one wants to go on camera for fear of retaliation. Typical HOA BS. All these cars will be taken care of. So I guess someone needs to educate me on the process, because basically if they have this method down pat as to they find out how long these cars have been there, because clearly they have a system, because they did it to this person who died. You pick up phone, you dial number, wrecker shows up, wrecker takes it. So have to talk to the security guy. Clearly the security guy is on the ball. Obviously security can't remember every friggin' car. It's called post notes. It's called post orders. So you have logbooks, okay? God, I hate it when people try to play other people for being stupid. And say, "Oh, Professor Finn, yeah, I'm a Class D security licensed officer here in the state of Florida. I have been since like 2002, 2002. So I know that when you have a post, you are required to have a post log. And if you are writing this stuff down like you're supposed to, you will have the evidence to show that this car has been in this spot and it's been reported every single day, because that is what the expectation of you being on the post is, to walk around, notice these things, and write it down. So some dumbass saying security can't remember every friggin' car. Well, you're about as eloquent as I am. But two, that's why you write the stuff down, so you have the evidence to show exactly what you're doing. Otherwise, you're probably looking at getting a really bad day in court. Problem is, HOAs can get away with murder here in Florida. And of course, anytime it's like involving something with death, it's going to turn into an absolute zoo. So, person shot in Queens. Shooting outside Detroit funeral home. Shootings never happen in Detroit, right? That's not surprising. Tina Turner's funeral is going to be private. We've got 3 more minutes. We'll do 3 more minutes and then I'll call it quits. Click over here. Only text at lights. If everybody call the security. Yeah. Yeah. I tell you folks, it's never worth the hassle. It is never worth the hassle to deal with private security. Because again, I'm a licensed security guard. I know what we are allowed to do and what we are not allowed to do. And most of the post rules that are out there, we do not have the authority to detain, and we sure as hell don't have the authority to arrest. We have the authority to notate. There are some posts where you are given the authority to detain. Then those security officers, those posts are usually trained on detention methods. But overwhelmingly, security guards are just there to make a note, write down what they see, and then put an extra set of eyes on something before you call actual law enforcement. But when you drop a actual certified law enforcement officer there and you want to play stupid games, well, the cop can teach you all these wonderful ways that they can, like, detain you that they learned in police academy. If you get really, really stupid, then there's always the non-lethal, because it's always fun to ride the electric pony. Said no one ever. If there are more people, I do a poll. You ever been tased? Have you ever been pepper sprayed? And I think if we had people that both of that has happened to them, I'd probably say with certainty that the people would prefer to be tased every day of the week rather than being pepper sprayed. So in the state of Florida, if you are going to get certified on any of these non-lethal devices under a license like a security guard or something like that, you have to go through it. You have to know exactly what it feels like. So you have to go through getting tased. You have to go through getting pepper sprayed. Pepper spray sucks. Pepper spray is awful. Oh my God. I still enjoy going on to there are some YouTube channels I just love watching. One of them is Donut Operator, and he's got these old videos, sometimes about a year old or whatever, of people just getting bear maced basically by cops, and I'm just like, oh my God. And then when you watch the back spray, because that's the worst part about the spray, is in the heat of the moment, you might not be realizing that you are spraying into the wind that's going to blow back on you. So then you end up gassing yourself and all the people around you, in addition to the people you're actually trying to gas. And that stuff, as soon as you hit the shower, it reactivates. So you get to live through it all over again. It sucks. Do. We're taking about 15 minutes to see if all the folks in Washington, because it's 5 o'clock now, so they might be getting out of their stuff.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Wonder what these folks are charging. Calling for the loved one. This is one of these trends that I don't know. I'm a little scared of, where you donate to a family through Cash App or something like that. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's horrible that the family's going through that with the loss of their daughter, and certainly funeral expenses are going to be fairly high for what they're planning. Photos are prohibited. Now, that's something interesting I haven't seen before. Photos are prohibited. Hmm. And I wonder. Before I leave, I don't care. Give me back to the article. Thank you very much. Well, I suppose. When did this happen? Oh, it happened. It happened today. So I'm going to be interested to see if that's actually respected. That people aren't going to be taking pictures or doing stuff like that, because everyone has to have their phones out at funerals these days. That's so awful. Have something like that happen when right at graduation. All right, folks. You know what? 8:05. I think I'm gonna call this one. I'll be playing another one probably for the first or second week of July. I got to look at the schedule to see what the holiday is and whatnot. And probably over the next couple of months, I will. I'll be uploading probably the 6th edition videos to replace the 5th edition embalming videos on my channel. I keep the 5th ones there for posterity and whatever. But I think it's about time I probably updated the embalming videos. I don't think I'm going to do that with some of the other ones, but I like having like the most updated tools for embalming on there now that I've got presentations for everything, and I've got a couple more things to clear out because, oh my God, those are such a pain in the butt to edit. But that'll probably be my Christmas in July present to everyone, as I'll start uploading the 6th edition videos. So everyone, thanks for coming out. Those of you that did, hope whoever was here did have fun. And I will see you folks maybe next month on the next live stream. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time.